Don't
special
leave
marble.
yet. That was perfect.
All right,
Hey,
I'm
we're
gonna
back.
smash it.
Oh, God.
That's it?
Veronica, help me. Is it working? Can you hear me in the portal? I can hear me in the portal. But that's just an echo of myself. No. Hello. Oh, I see Veronica, though. Edgy Fountain. Prime Rib Witch. Can you all hear me now? It's like one of those, Yep, phone things. Remember those? No. I am back. Why am I back? I've been having just a plague of technical issues while trying my darndest to work on... Oh, you know it. You know what's coming? That's right, toe. That's actually a good emo. Now, we need a nice little drink. Anybody need anything? Quick, before I close this. Anything? No? Okay. Well, for anyone who stuck around through the technical issues, I said I was having technical... I told them I don't care. Issues are issues. I technically don't give a shit. I mean, I don't care. That is good, though. Okay. Well, I did not see a trailer for The Boys. Nope. Yay! Yes, we had a beard-a-thon for a celebration where I basically zoomed in on the beard anytime somebody subbed. And thankfully that doesn't work now. Woo! Where is the cat? Asleep. It's late night with Lithodora with the lazy cat. He'll probably come up and poke at me. Or she'll yell at me. One of the two. There's two cats. Let's be clear about things. Have I shown you all my potions? Who's new? New people. Anybody need mana? Mana potion. Oh, you all came from Dr. Foxmeat. My goodness, wait a minute, what am I thinking? You need this right here. The pink eye ointment. It's Royals. Hello, computer yogi with the hat. I have that hat. Where's that? I don't know. I sat it down on the cat. But pink eye ointment. Anybody need any? Help you? The fart blastings that the old Dr. Foxmeat gave you. And you probably got pink eye. Yeah, just 2 drops. Probably just take that right. Even if you didn't get it, there's no harm in it. It's pretty cheap. I'm just saying. Get some. The hat on the cat. Well, I mean, yeah. The hats wear many no. The cats wear many hats. Yes, that's right. It burns so... What? Huh? Let's chat about the cat. Many. Multiple. Yes. Like poly. Like my robes. They're made out of polyester. But tonight, let's see if we can overcome great difficulties. Do something. Should we do something? Should we see who is currently in the lead? I'm curious. Let's see. And let me give it a try. Oh. No. Ah. It's not working. Yeah, the lead. Look. Ultimate Avatar with 95.9 points. It's a lot of dang points there. Yeah, number 1 is for Ultimate Avatar. Congratulations. In your top spot there. I mean, ridiculous. If you think about it. How close you are to the middle. Will somebody beat you? We will find out. Stay tuned. Keep dropping. Even you can still beat your own score. I've seen it. With my handiwork. Look at this. Drifting across. Ooh. Almost. But no. Not even close. I mean... So, Tomar, how was your stream? I have been plagued with so many difficulties, which is making it difficult not only to stream, but attend streams. Nothing worked. Yep, pretty much. And they don't really have many IT wizardry books. Hypercolor, it's good to know you made it, though. And it is lovely in that area, I hear. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. And continued good luck in your life. If I don't see you again soon. Okay. That was dramatic. I needed the proper zoom. It was a fun, silly new game I wanted to play. Thank you for asking. I had to read that twice before I understood what I was reading. That's a me problem, I think. Words are hard. I looked at it twice and went, wait, what does that mean? It looks so simple. Alright, we're gonna play a game. Are we gonna play a game? Yes. Why not? Why shouldn't we? Sure, it's been a while. Let's see if a game actually works. What should we play? We could play Life of a Wizard, where I just read the book. And we make choices along the way with a poll. It's interactive. And slightly boring. Who wants to play that? No? How about some Noita? We're gonna put up a poll. Life of a wizard. Anything else? Let's see. No. I don't know, there's enough people here. We can play. What the dub? How many people feel like playing a game where you get to type stuff in? We're gonna go. Start a poll. Vote now. You can decide what game we play. It'll be fun. I, it's not guaranteed, but it should be quite fun, I would think. Oh yes, the old dropping. Well, look at that. I would like to follow that. Whee! There we go. I was just trying to drop into the cauldron. And if I land in there, we're switching over to the cauldron. Oh! Oh! Oh, we almost made it. If I land in the cauldron, we switch to the cauldron. That's right. Going with Life of the Wizard in the lead, which I hope I didn't oversell. But here's what we're going to do. We're gonna play it with yeah, we're gonna play it. It's gonna be fun. It looks like we got a clear winner here with Life of a Wizard. Can we make it any longer? Will the tension of this poll ease? I mean, people might have to sleep. The pressure, the tension of this poll is just so intense. What's gonna happen? What's gonna nothing. Nope.
Find out next time. Soon on Lithodora, we will be playing Life of a Wizard, which I will be loading now. Are we ready?
Yay! What? What the world? Yeah. All right. Gonna fire up the game. Here we go.
Well, let's look around.
Well, wasn't that fun? 1 minute while I try to figure this out. Ugh. Have you ever had problems of the technical variety? Oh, they're awful. Yes, insert all. Where are the coins? Get them back here. I demand it. All right. How about that? Aha! It's working! Whoa! What happened to the coin pusher? Well, the coin pusher was part of the ADHD theater, which is running on the PC, but then it started to run on a Mac. Yes, so once that happened, it wouldn't run. Now I will run it again, but it just won't be the same. All right, let's get into this game. Are you ready?
By the way, this is added music. Look, life of a wizard. Wizards from the kindly old white bearded casters, wearing robes with stars and moons to the battle-hardened war mage, throwing fireballs at dragons. The royal family has always had one hand, a wise diviner to lead the kingdom into peace, or a dangerous conjurer to dominate all of the land under one rule. Or perhaps a divine healer, an alchemist, or even a necromancer. The combinations are boundless. Let me tell you my story. I wasn't always a wizened old wizard. You know, wizards begin their lives just the same as everyone else. I was born in a small village in the kingdom of Daria. King Norbert and Queen Audrey reigned in the capital city. But we just got raided by Straticus, official Holy guacamole. I mean, welcome in, Raiders.
Oh, wait. Hey, welcome in. How y'all doing? I'm Lithodora, the Arcane Explorer. How you doing? What were you doing? How was your stream, Strategist? Look at this.
Oh shit! No. I found
No?
the treasure in the process, but no.
Oh,
Fuck. I didn't realize I was out of ammo.
I did not either. Oh, there's some. Whew.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, cheers and thank you for that raid. I hope your stream was great. What were you playing there? That was a great clip, of course, of Sea of Thieves. Tonight we are playing Life of a Wizard. Weed Shop 3 for $20. I'm gonna allow this only because took me totally off street subject there. I was gonna say you can go to the weed shop with $20 and probably have a better time, or was the game worth the $20? That's the question. You tell me. I need to know. I need to. Let's get back in to the game where I am a wizard playing a game as a wizard. I'm just basically telling a story. I hope everyone has a good time. Just sit back. What was that? Something got in my mouth. See? Happened again. It wasn't whatever's going on in the chat. Better not be. You keep that thing away from my mouth. Back to the game. Back to the game. Here we go. Life of a Wizard, where we return to wizard projecting story mode.
I remember the day I was born. My parents were good people. My parents didn't want me. One moment. We have a pole. Eject the spider. Hello, Lithodora. You're a wizard. Why are my eyes turning red? An Elden Ring.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
The still red 117. Thank you for the follow. Are you finding things like this? Totally don't smoke them. Don't just leave them. That'll leave your eyes from turning red. There is a poll. Vote in the poll, people. The decisions of the future of the life of a wizard are in your hands. And do drop into the cauldron. Feel free. Just boop, right in. It'll be great. Not like that. No. I mean, does have the record for the day. Oh my. We have a tie right now. It is 3-3. Whatever shall we do? We are. Oh. My parents didn't want me edging out. Oh. Yeah, you gotta wait for the little characters. Once they're gone, they're gone. Yep, it just happens. Let's see if I can land in there. My parents didn't want me. It was a terrible start for a baby. I'm gonna be a boy, alright? I'm just... And they named me... Who? We're gonna go with Oroville. My person's name is Oroville. I grew up in the village of Elmvale, where nearly everyone was human. Although, there were a few exceptions. The entire kingdom of Daria was like that. Besides the dwarves under the Grey Mountains, the elves in the Alderheart Forest, and the orcs in the wilderness to the west. Our kingdom was very racially tolerant when I was young. Phew, there is a lot of choices. Anybody have any idea what we should be choosing for our heritage? It's an important choice, much too important for a beer poll. So let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to elf. Elves? That is 2 for elves. Sorry. Suck it, half orc. Yeah. Next it is, we are elves. It was sometimes a little difficult for me being an elf, growing up in a village of humans, but I managed. The myth about our longevity had been greatly exaggerated, and my parents were actually the same age as everyone else's. Stragon and the Wolves. Hey, we are playing Life of a Wizard. There was no money exchanged to get in the cauldron. Just saying. But yeah. Hello. Drop in. Get in the cauldron. My parents were poor, although they never bothered to ensure that my clothes were without holes or that my shoes fit. They fought a lot. My father was often drunk. They never hit me. But I think that was because they knew that they had the temple priests would never allow such a thing. Always had the impression that they were waiting for me to become old enough to move out. Even as a young child, I was drawn into the unknown. I remember my first magical experience. Even though I was only 5 years old, I didn't know where my parents were. But I wandered off alone into the forest, into the graveyard, into the temple, into the village witch's hut. Where did we go, pray tell? We must decide. Well, we are going to the village witch's hut. That's what. There were wizards. The hut was empty. I don't know where the witch was that day. I saw dried herbs, magical talismans, and trinkets all over the shelves. A large black cauldron sat over a small fire in the middle of the hut. I grew all sorts of dried herbs and ingredients into her cauldron and made a big mess. I stole her crystal ball. I made friends with her pet rat, which started following me around everywhere. Holy moly. Oh, hello. Thank you for that gifted sub, Tomar. To Gridlock, who now has access to the library of Arcana. Yes, will it help improve the land into the cauldron? I'm afraid not. Oh, it was close. But now, come on, what should we do? We have 4 choices. Tomar gifted the sub, so Tomar gets to make this choice. You want to throw herbs and ingredients into the cauldron. You want to steal the crystal ball. You want to make friends with the pet rat and started following you everywhere. Or she returned and read your fortune. You can decide how friends with a rat. Who doesn't want to be friends with a rat? Me. I mean, the rats. Yeah. I was playing with the rat for a few days later. I was playing with the rat a few days later, and the witch said I could keep it. She warned me that if I kept the rat, it would be mine forever. Oh, wait. Is that how I should read the line? There's no direction? Okay. Did I find my familiar that day? Yes, I did. No, I did not. Yes, I did. There's no discussion. Our familiar, the rat, is, of course, named Mickey. We're done. It's over. Next. Mickey. And our cat's gonna be a girl named Mickey. Just cuz. You know. Oh, wait. Let's read the thing. At the age of 7, I made a friend. That must have been nice. Oh, childhood friends are special since they remain a part of you for the rest of your life, even after you've grown apart. My best friend was a boy, a girl, imaginary. We're still going with girl. And her name was Kylie, Amy, Sarah, Robin. It's Robin. And Robin, a half elf. I mean, I see where this story is going. You would think that our shared heritage would encourage friendships of our type, but usually half-bloods felt uncomfortable around purebloods. I'm glad that we're different. We spent a lot of time together. Prince Gareth, the heir to the royal throne, was only 17 at the time. His younger sister, Princess Emily, was 2 years younger. I sometimes pretended that I was Prince Gareth. Robin and I often played at being royalty, among other games. We were nearly inseparable. We used to play imaginary games in the forest. Robin was a bad influence on me. Robin was a good influence on me. We used to play fight and have imaginary battles. What choice should we make? Was Robin a good influence, or was Robin a bad influence? That's our 2 choices we're going with. Don't make me put up a poll. I'll do it. I'll put up a poll. I'll be like, polls up. Robin was a good influence on me with one vote in the chat. Good enough for me. It's how we went with the rat. We didn't get into very much trouble. We were very good kids, always polite to our elders and nice to strangers. Holy moly, Tomar. Tomar. Come on, everybody. 99.83. I mean, just let's just take a moment. Just come on. Well, that's not working. Yes, but it is only for 24 hours. Well, that is not working. Oh. Neat. Yes, nobody is beating that. Yes, carry a big wrench. Oh, the big iron, it helps you use gravity to your advantage. You can move it around, as it were. Okay. Let's continue on with our story. There was a bully in my village who was a few years older than me, that bastard. Yes, even I had this kind of trouble when I was a child. He terrorized me. She terrorized me. Which one is it gonna be? I'm gonna go with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't know. I was gonna guess, and then I did. Oh, we're just gonna go with he. My bully was a he, and his name was something else. His name is gonna be Steve. Steve is the dick. I hate Steve. He is, of course, a half-orc. Orcs were always known to be aggressive. It was a pity that Steve fulfilled that stereotype. I remember the first day Steve started picking on me. I kicked his shins and ran away. I tried reasoning with the bully. I didn't want to be bullied my entire life, so I started exercising. That was to me. Oh, what? Keep reading? Okay, sorry. I tried to join Steve. I thought that we'd be able to bully other kids together. I mean, to be honest, let's go over these choices. I mean, I'd probably kick his shins to run away. I could try reasoning with him. I mean, the exercising. I mean, obviously, that's a fantasy. Let's go down that road. Yes, I started to exercise. Seriously. Are there any donuts? Yeah. There's no more donuts. I was hoping there was donuts. There's no more donuts. Now back to our story. Sorry about that. I went on a tangent. Who doesn't want a donut? I mean, anyway. I was beaten up that day. Oh, this took a turn for the worst. I mean, really. Who saw that coming? Homies for nomies. Welcome in. How you doing? Hope your day is grand. Everything is wonderful. And yeah, this works here. I know how to stream. That's right.
You hear that?
I could hear that. Congratulations on the baby. That sounds great. Who doesn't like a baby? I am stuck in this voice. I can't help it. We're doing this the rest of the stream. Phew. So congratulations on that excellent news of a baby. Seriously. Whee. I mean, but now, back to the life of a wizard. A wizard in my life. Here we go. Good cheers to you and your baby too. 'Cause it's water. I mean, I was 7 years old when I started noticing the difference between boys and girls. I mean, yeah, 7. Just gonna click on next. That was the year I met a very special girl. Or it was a very lonely year. What should we do? What choice should we make? Was it lonely? Did we meet someone special? Should we drop in the cauldron in the celebration of homies having such a wondrous occasion? It's my turn to drop in the cauldron. I need to drop in there. We can get a nice soak going. Alright, moving on. I met a girl. Her name was Melba. Like the toast. She was a human. Ah, you see. I'm a human. No, I'm an elf. She's a human. My best friend is a half elf, half human. You see, this love story is getting crazy. Oh, sorry. Perhaps it was because we were so young, but the fact that one of us was a pureblood and the other one only a half-blood never father does. Normally, such pairings do not occur since the one with human blood is never fully accepted. We did everything together, Velva and I. It started as friendship, but as years went by, our feelings matured into love. Love. I experienced new emotions that I couldn't describe. I did everything I could just to be in her presence, like helping her parents out there. We have to make a choice. Smithy, general store, farm, inn, temple, or a lumber yard. That's a tough choice. Tough. That's tough. We're gonna go with inn. Yes, get in the Discord. Have I mentioned how hard I've been working on Twitch Tech Show? Be sure to join up for that so that you can get yourself in on the fun that is sure to be Twitch Tacto. Coming soon, a game show here on Twitch. If you, or you know someone you think would like to be on the show, let me know. What does Smile Award winning smile? Well, that's for the other guy. Oh, I'm just filling in. Oh, yeah, whatever. Still hurts. I mean, seriously, you should have taken that off the reader board. All right. Sorry. Squid, push the cauldron. That way. Yes, Heidi is signed up. I've done a lot of work to it. Oh wait, it's just not gonna move. Anyway, I've set up the game so you can be in it with the green screen without a green screen, but you need to have a cam. Something. I need something here. Anyway, you'll see. A preview is coming soon. Just like somebody can land here in this cauldron. I have a cam and a successful OnlyFans, says AltMap. Oh wait, he only said half of that? Who had the last bit? But don't put that on the prompter. Seriously. Tomar has 3 fans. Wait. But mess with the chat. No, seriously. Just put what the chat says on the prompt. Okay, thank you. Whew. Sorry. Technical problems. Okay, back to our story. Oh, we're helping parents. We're going in. I heard about countries and places I've never dreamed of. Melba. She was my first love. I still remember how soft her lips were when I kissed them for the first time. I'll never forget those wonderful days. Life in Elmvale was pleasant, and it was a beautiful place to grow up. There was a sparkling river that ran through the center of it, and all farms around us. We had all the amenities of a small town as well. I spent most of my time with Robin, my best friend. My nights were filled dreaming about Melba. I just said a love triangle. You see how that worked? Clever writing. And they say it's hard. I enjoyed swimming in the town's river on hot summer days. I often took moonlight walks with Melba toast, and I buttered her. Wait, that's not what it... Stop that. Okay. I did small jobs for the local business owners. I took care of a cat. Wow. Why would you do that? Oh, this cat. Look, it's a cat. Here is Fenrir, and he is not happy suddenly. But here is the cat. Okay. Are you happy, kitty? I'm a happy boy. Okay, get out of here, Finn. You're the one who started this. You want to be in the show or not? It's a show business, kid. You didn't like the speech. I tried. I gave you a pamphlet and everything. Ugh. Anyhow. Where were we? Yes, Fenrir. Meow. Meow. Wait. That's not how that was supposed to be read. I apologize. Back to our story. Meanwhile, I enjoyed swimming in the town's river on hot summer days. I took walks with Melba in the moonlight. I did small jobs for the local business owners. I rarely left my home, preferring to stay at home and read. I got into a lot of trouble. I helped out at the local temple. What the heck should we do here? That was a kitty hug. Yes. What should we do here? Should we go with, I often take moonlight walks with Melba. I did small jobs. I enjoyed swimming. I got into a lot of trouble. I'm gonna go with swimming. Trouble. Trouble. There's trouble in capital city. Starts with T and that rhymes with P, and that obviously means potions. That's right. Your kid is on potions, ma'am. Trouble. My petty actions began to grow into larger crimes as I got older. I lied, took things that didn't belong to me, and got into fights. Evil +1. Fighting +10. Thievery +10. Willpower -3. I remember one day when we found a little puppy in a back alley. It looked so sad and lonely, which made me think it didn't belong to anyone. It was very dirty and had a broken leg. I nursed him back to health. I threw rocks at it until it died. I caught it and sold it to some orcs. I ignored it. I mean, are we gonna kill a puppy? Really? Are we? I don't think so. We're gonna nurse it back to health. Give me its +1 on good. I fed it and kept it clean until its leg healed. It was a strong little dog. I was 12 years old when tragedy struck. Rumors of trouble had been building for weeks. But as a kid, I never paid it any attention. One day, I saw the streets full of smoke. At first, I thought it was the great dragon Parnaxus breathing fire upon my small village. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. Soon I learned that the raiders were setting fire to houses and stores, and our small village was being attacked by elves, dwarves, orcs.
All magic comes with a price.
Oh, your cauldron bits almost landed right in there. Congratulations. Look at those. Look. Oh, Tomar, thank you for the bits. Every bit of the bits help with the technical problems we're experiencing. Not to get technical, but they're technical problems. Seriously. They're technical. Whew. Like I'm stuck popping like this. Anyhow, back to our story. Our small village was being attacked by orcs.
All magic comes with a price.
No more technical difficulty. We Tomar with 160 bits. Lest my eyes do deceive me. Thank you so much, Tomar, for those bits. We'll get them in there. We'll put them in there. We'll rattle them in the box. I understand that might help with the technical problems. We have to put more bits in there. What the guy said. Ultimate Avatar 87.59. Come on, landing into the cauldron with it was so close. You landed in the cauldron, but Ultimate Avatar landed closer. The closest to the center of the cauldron remains on the screen. Everyone else, but your score still counts. So if that was your high for the day, and let's just say you get a high once a day, like that's your thing. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I mean, who am I to say? But if we come in here, into this chat portal, we come in here and we say, drop your top. No, drop top. Sorry, I misunderstood what the directions said. Let's go back up here and read. Loot the corpses. Thank you for voting. I looted both the villagers and the raiders. They were dead and their belongings were there for the taking. I even found an enchanted dagger on a dead one. The orc raiders were ruthless. Many people were killed, and several buildings burned down. My parents were killed. We're getting evil up in here. I had mixed feelings. My parents had been cruel and mean. They were still my parents. And now they were dead. It didn't go unnoticed to me that Steve, the bully, was a half-orc, like the attackers. It was just a mean-spirited thought. Steve had nothing to do with the raid. The attack changed everything, putting an end to my carefree days as a child. I likely would have had a few more years of fun and innocence. But after the attack, I had to get a job and become an adult. We got an orphanage. Well, get your own place and find a job. Yeah, what the heck, Steve? Thanks a lot, you dick. I think it's cheaper to live in the orphanage. Yes, to the orphanage. With my parents gone, I had no home to return to. The orphanage was run by local priests. He is flapping the fly. They were kind-hearted people. Do I want to become a thief or a priest? I don't want to buy either. What do you think we can do? Let's find another road. Oh, aha. Hee hee. Life was hard as a young adult, but I earned a living and became an apprentice to a scribe. The scribe I worked for taught me how to copy various writing styles. I learned to make beautiful pictures for the tomes I helped craft. I also read a lot obscure books while reproducing them. Melba was a great comfort to me after I lost my parents. I used to pick wildflowers for her hair. I sang elvish love songs for her enjoyment. I bought many presents for her enjoyment. Takes 20 gold. No, thank you. I was cruel to Melba, but I would allow a breakup. We used to take long walks in the woods, shit out there and blame it on the bear. That's what we do. We blame it on the bear. I can't believe you even saw that. That was the bear. The bear. The bears. They poop in the woods. That was clearly a bear. And not me 5 minutes ago. No, clearly that was a bear. So we used to take long walks in the woods. We loved nature. Oh, wait, don't read it like that. Are you sure? Oh, okay. All of the beautiful trees and animals were a pleasure to look at. But it was just as nice to spend time in her company. When I was 14, oh, Steve the Bully and some of his friends cornered me in an alley. I had thought that now that I was a scribe, these types of things wouldn't happen. What were you thinking, buddy? Well, write stuff down. Of course they're gonna beat you up. There's Steve the Bully. His name is Steve the Bully. It said so right up there. Yeah. Anyway, Steve didn't see it that way. I'm gonna have to draw my dagger. I'm not taking shit from Steve. No, wait. Remember that dog? He came back and fought them away. Had me cornered when suddenly the dog dove over my shoulder and landed right on Steve, digging his teeth into his arm while Steve screamed in pain and surprise. The dog let go after a few minutes, and Steve and the other bullies ran away. I knew at that moment that I could form a special bond with this wonderful animal. I'll never forget that old mutt. I briefly considered taking him with me. But Mickey, my rat, wouldn't have allowed it. I later learned that a wizard could only make that special bond once in a lifetime. Now you're probably wondering when my magical training began. I became a mighty wizard after all, yet so far my story has been about my childhood. Well, I was about 15 years old when I left my job as a scribe. Kids today, they're not even scribes until they're 15. Anyway, I stole a magic ring from a sorcerer. I was going through my parents' belongings. I had seen enough magic in my life to know I wanted to be a wizard. I think it'll be more fun to find it in the parents' belongings. They had been dead for 3 years when I found the old chest. There was a mysterious amulet in it. Next to the amulet, there was a letter from my parents. It said that my parents had been necromancers. They were into BDSM. Wait, what? Oh, wrong script. They were necromancers, and the amulet was a family heirloom from my grandfather. They had been learning magic in order to unlock its power. So I decided to go to the academy to master the arcane art. Oh, sorry. A little over the top. Okay. Yeah, just the arcane arts. Okay. Melba was sad to hear that I was leaving. Well, Melba, I'm off to university and you're still in high school. But I promise to remain true. Melba promised to wait. We made love before I left. I mean, we had to. Oh, personality +3. It was a night I'll never forget. It was magical. Wands were involved. Yeah, seriously. You wouldn't understand. Anyway, I knew I needed a horse to get to the academy, and the royal city of Ternassa was miles away. Let's take a look at my stats. Yep. 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 Much gold we got? 105. I mean, huh. Should we steal the horse? Should we buy the horse? I'm gonna buy the horse. Yeah, horsey. Yeah, we bought it. All right. Excellent. This horse's name is Blaze. Yes, Blaze. My mighty steed. It was a nice animal, and I was happy to own such a reliable mount of my very own. I mounted up and left my village. I didn't know it at the time, but my magic would end up greatly extending my horse's lifespan. I named him Blaze. Oh. Needless to say, Mickey, my rat, yeah, he came with me too. I had a nice little party before I left. We had it in the newly rebuilt tavern since the old one had been burnt down during the one orc raid. I think Melba put this together. We drank a lot. Robin got really drunk, and one thing led to another. Wait, what? Oh, I gave up on the life of a scribe and left for the academy that day. The trip to Nassau went well. I spent the first day as a tourist, just seeing the sights. King Norbert and Queen Audrey's castle was quite impressive. I stared up at the towers, hoping to catch a glimpse of Prince Gareth, who was now 25, or Princess Emily, who was 2 years younger. but I didn't see any royalty that day. The next morning, I went to the academy. This is where all the great mages had learned their skills, including the royal advisor Freladon. Their academy was financed by the Mage Guild, which was nice since it meant I didn't have to pay anything. I stood at the entrance of the academy, uncertain of how to proceed.
Why have you come?
A voice came from a little old man sitting on a rock next to the doors leading into the academy. He was very small, and his bald head made him seem vulnerable. Who are you? I asked.
I am Master Durgan, the doorkeeper to the academy. Why have you come?
I told him that I wanted to learn magic. I wanted to learn necromancy. I wanted to learn everything. I told him it was none of his business and just to let me in. Well, I'm gonna go with I told him that I wanted to learn everything. He nodded wisely.
A well-rounded education is important for a wizard. Magical knowledge is important, but the other disciplines are invaluable.
He smiled warmly at me and led me to the testing chamber. Master Durgan placed his hands on my head and concentrated. Sounds what? Oh, after a few moments, he nodded his bald head in approval.
Yes, the spark is within you. Welcome to the academy.
I was given a room in the academy which included a bed, a desk, and a chair. It was very sparse, but it was my own. I was also given a schedule of classes. My training as a wizard had begun. Though I learned many things in the academy, my favorite class was alchemy, conjuration, divination, enchantment, illusion, summoning, transmutation, or something else. Going to stick with alchemy. Well, transmutation it is. Oh, what? You want alchemy? Don't change your mind because of me. Alchemy? Transmutation. Decide. It is up to you. There are no wrong answers. Illusion! It was all an illusion after all. The creation of things that don't really exist. Illusionists can make people see and hear anything they want them to. Yes, and I was pretty good at it. I was on the road to becoming a famous illusionist. And then my classes went well as I began to learn the arcane arts. It was a lot of work, reading ancient tomes and trying to force mystical energies to do as I wished. I learned a little bit of everything that was taught during my time at the academy, leveling up everything. And I made a friend, or I had no time for socializing. Let's just face it, I probably made a friend. Yep. This time, it's a guy friend. Life is hard. With my friend Ryan. Ryan was an yeoman. We met in transmutation class. We got to talking, and it turned out that he had a big passion in gardening. He liked growing the herbal remedies. No, he liked board games. Couldn't get enough of Catan. Yep, sword fighting, just never in the bathroom. I told you, Ryan. No. History. He likes those musty, dusky books. Or making toy soldiers. It takes all kinds. It takes all kinds. We are going to go ahead and say my friend here was great at gardening. Because who doesn't like gardening? Gardening, good. It seemed strange to me to know someone that young who was fond of gardening, but his pleasure seemed genuine. He was growing weed. Of course, he was into it. He was a teenager growing weed. I mean, come on. That's how you get kids interested in gardening. You be like, hey, guess what? Oh, wait. Let's get back to our story. It was late one night, much like tonight. In my first year, when I was scared out of my wits, I had been sound asleep in my bed when I heard someone say, "Your life shall begin anew." I sat upright and was terrified to see a group of people standing around the bed in my tiny room. They were wearing black robes, masks, and silver necklace shaped like skulls. One of them had a black robe and a mask to me. I knew right away that I was being invited to join the secret society of necromancers that operated out of the academy. And, I sleep in the nude, so I put that robe and mask on like that. I put that on. Like, this is the moment, and I didn't have any clothes. I followed them down the hall and across the academy campus to a building that was rarely used. There were nearly 50 masked people assembled, although the 3 that had been brought to me into the society were the only ones wearing the silver skull pendants. I later learned that these were the leaders of the necromancers. They had set up an altar with candles burning all around it. The body of a dead deer was placed upon it for all to see, and I watched in amazement as they raised the animal from the dead. It looked hideously deformed, but it was still able to walk around among us afterwards. Our identities were kept secret from each other throughout the night. I probably would have spent a lot of time learning to be an illusionist. For these new lessons, I had to make a choice. Do I want to be an illusionist? Or do I want to join the secret society of necromancers? We're gonna go ahead and get some necromancing. Although the idea of being an illusionist was appealing, I knew that I couldn't do both at once. I decided to spend my time studying the art of necromancy. We gathered once a week from the night fort. During my time at the academy, I never learned the identities of any of my fellow secret society members, and only the silver skull wearing necromancers knew my summoning class was always interesting. We learned to create protective circles and to bring forth all kinds of animals, demons, and elementals from various planes. It was important to maintain control of the creatures that were summoned. I had a really difficult summoning assignment during my first year. Yeah. We're gonna use nature and cheat. It's the only one that requires something. We're going with it. I hid the rabbit in my hat and pulled it out just at the right time. My teacher was very surprised, telling me that my summoning was one of the fastest she'd ever seen. She said most students took longer to say their incantations and control their summoning. I smiled and said nothing. Ryan and I spent a lot of time together. It was nice to have a friend at the academy. We pulled a lot of pranks. We spent a lot of time studying. We liked to bully. No. We started a business to earn extra money. We're industrious. Although the Magic Guild was paying for our room and board, it was nice to have extra money, and we started a small business. Flower Man, hello. Welcome in. We're gonna do research for other wizards. Many wizards needed facts checked, which entailed going through many tomes with painstaking carefulness. Those are different things. Oh, we've been having some technical difficulties, Flower Man. But ask your wizard question. We'll see if we can get a wizard in here to answer it. One of the new subjects that we have to study was Arcana. This includes everything from the theory of magic. We learned about the nature of reality and how our mystical energies were able to change the very fabric of existence. Oh. Can a wizard be a vampire? Yes. But he really sucks. Wow. Boom. My teachers were happy to see my enthusiasm. And I was about learning everything. I spent many hours studying an arcana and reading the extra books on the subjects. It was during my second year at the academy that I had my big divination test. We were given a blank piece of paper and told to write down the answer. Our test was to use our magic to divine what the question was. I begged the teacher for a hint, and she eventually helped me and gave me her number. And she hinted that the question was, how many subjects do we learn in school? The answer was 7, so I passed. And she gave me some good tips about the commodities market would rise and fall in the future, and her phone number. The academy was filled with young men and women who were giving each other their phone numbers, who were also they were filled with hopes and dreams, and also each other. Despite the fact that they were studying knowledge that seemed better suited to older people, we still acted like kids. I met an attractive girl, Edward Scissorfoot. Welcome me in. We are playing Life of a Wizard here tonight on Late Night with Lithodora. And of course, I couldn't get through the night without saying hello to Basil Boss, who has been here. But I didn't say, hey, and Weech. I mean, who's, hey, Basil Moss landed in the cauldron even. Weech coming to give me company. Thank you for that. Never alone when you got a Weech. No, speaking of being alone, we met a new person. And her name, Amanda, Jill, Julie, Rosie. I mean, we met a new girl. We need more of those. Let's go with, Rosie. Everything's coming up Rosie. You see what I did there? No? Yeah. I know. She was an elf, just to make life hard. I find myself thinking about her eyes while meditating in divination class, or wondering what it'd be like to kiss her lips when I should have been practicing my conjuring. But I loved Melba toast, so I never put Rosie on it again. I broke up with Melba so I could date Rosie. I don't know about that one. I cheated on Melba, having many passionate nights with Rosie. But it never really amounted to anything. Whatever shall we do? Let's just, sorry. We like Melba. Well, too late. Ha 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 ha. We stuck with her. There's no back button. It was the honorable thing to do. I made it clear to Rosie that my fart belonged to Melba. I say fart. Oh, heart. My heart belonged to Melba. I occasionally saw Rosie in a few of my classes, but I made sure that I had made the right decision until that time in gym class. Then oh wait, who wrote this? Why is it in pencil? What? Okay, I'll just read the printed part. My alchemy class involved a lot of menstruation. I think you meant memorization. Yeah, okay. My alchemy class involved a lot of memorization. I had to know what each ingredient did, how they reacted to each other, and what type of incantation would make each potion stable. That was a very difficult project that year. I stole the recipe. Woo! As it should, your heart belongs to Melba, but she is so toasty. And when you butter her, it gets into all the nooks and crannies. The potion was much easier to brew with the teacher's own recipe. I had to bite my tongue when the teacher said that my potion was uninspired and lacked creativity. But at least I passed. There was a terrible accident. Aiden, was that you? Did you have an accident? Oh, you had food. Thanks to Ham Flower Man for feeding Aiden the ham bone. Edgy dropping in. Tomar dropping in. Let's continue on. We were taking turns working on a standard spell when a young red-haired boy's magic went wild. The walls turned translucent, then shiny as the brick turned to glass. A loud crack silenced everyone in the room. But there was no time to think before the roof came crashing down upon us. Many students were badly injured from flying glass and falling stone. I was able to help out a little bit. Got 10 healing up at that beach. I knew a little bit about healing and was able to help a few students with their wounds. Unfortunately, one student still died in the accident, and it was Steve. Screw Steve. Oh, wait. Although, it was still a good thing I was there. Melba came to visit, and I showed her the sights. We are fortunate to have a flock of griffins pass overhead. It was very beautiful. My conjuration class was very practical. We learned to throw fire and create magical shields for combat and casting. I still won my share of duels. The trick was to rush my opponent and interrupt their casting. Once I did that, I had more time to cast my own offensive spell. My teacher gave me many texts by other wizards who had fought the same way. I was beginning to learn that the academy was a very dangerous place. I had made it in my 4th year, but I was becoming less concerned with the graduation rate and more ill at ease with the survival rate. Another accident took place in my summoning class. Some student had gained access to the Archmage's personal library and learned a spell they couldn't control. I filed that thought away for later. That idea that extra powerful tomes were kept apart. was very interesting. The spell began normally as the student made the necessary gestures and said the needed magic words. Unfortunately, he missed a key component to the spell, and the snakes he summoned were out of his control. To make matters worse, these were poisonous and extremely aggressive. They immediately began to attack everyone in sight, but I commanded the snake to follow my orders. The snakes froze in place with their attentions fixed upon me. After a few minutes, they popped out of existence. I saw that one snake had stayed behind, and I felt that I had the power to make it my own. But since I already had Mickey, my rat, I released the snake from my power, and it returned to its own plane of existence. My enchantment exam was very interesting. The Academy hired a man from a nearby town for us to work our magic on. We stood at the front of the class and we were told to use our enchanting spells and make him do what we wanted. I learned enough to get by. I was able to use a decent fear spell on the man that caused him to run out of the room. He was likely already terrified at having students cast their uncontrolled spells at him. I remember that fateful day in my 4th year when all classes were canceled. Good King Norbert had died, and Prince Gareth, who was now 28 years old, was to be our king. All the wizards of the Academy gathered for the coronation ceremony. The royal wizard Frondalian smiled at the students from his place of honor near the princess. He held his gnarled wooden staff in his hands and smiled through his thick white beard. King Norbert's widow, Queen Audrey, looked very sad. She had obviously loved her husband very much. Princess Emily looked very sad as well. Her lightly curled brown hair lay across her shoulders, and her deep brown eyes had a shine to them. It showed she had been crying. Prince Gareth seemed eager to assume the crown. His dark gaze, never leaving the official, was conducting the coronation. After the ceremony, the festivities began, and I saw the Archmage Laquitius sitting with Fridland for most of the ceremony. Seal, Lacius Familiar, was nowhere to be seen. The raven was likely flying high in the sky and out of sight. I was watching the princess. She was not much older than I was, and of course everyone loves the princess. Although I was dating Melba, I decided to try speaking to the princess. I walked right up to where all the royals sat. Archmage Laquitius lifted an eyebrow, but he said nothing. Wizard Frowden smiled kindly at me before turning back to the Archmage to resume their conversations. The gods became tense, but let me pass. I flirted and joked. And then I realized now's about the time we have to take a break. Let's get back into the workshop. And I believe been miracles, you sexy thing. Yes. We're gonna raid somebody here now because it is late night with Lithodora and it is now, well, where I am, it is late. So my friends, I want to thank you all for being here for this wonderful return. This streaming, I've been gone a while. Hopefully I won't be gone for a while. Hopefully I'll be back on Monday. But as you can see, I'm still having some issues. So I want to thank Tomar for the raid, for the bits, for the gifted sub. I want to thank Straticus for that raid, Dr. Foxmeat for that raid, all the people who dropped those follows, each and every one is appreciated, just like you. You are appreciated just for being here. Yes, give me a sub. With a sub. But resubbing Prime for 6 months. And Prime tastes so sweet. As you know, they only have the one. I hope you've all had fun here, as we've been stuck in this wonderful voice. I have worked very hard and very long on the game show. It's almost done. I'm impressed with what I've done. I mean, let me just brag. Just be like, I did this. It's amazing. Few more final touches. Now, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. We are going to raid our good friend Jello Bleedo, who is streaming Elite Dangerous. You know, we're going to do that. Yep. And my friends, I will be back here on Monday. We've been gone all week, but I have been working tirelessly on this game show. I'll keep things updated over there in the Discord. Do check it out. I'll start putting some updates about things that I've been working on and why I am not here. But we're back to our regularly scheduled streaming schedule. As it said, thank you for all dropping in to the cauldron. Hopefully somebody makes it drop in right now. It's your last chance. I'll try and knock edgy. No. Sorry, I thought it was gonna work edgy. Tomar. No, Ultima. You might have a bit of a chance. Now, what I would really need to say, though, is, be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. But most importantly, we must remember to be kind. Rewind. We'll be back here Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. Take care, everyone. Drop in that Discord.